Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries May 30th, 2022. You may not feel wholly understood today, with Saturn in your sign opposing the moon today. However, if you let that go and work on what matters most, you'll be in good shape. Try not to allow personal blocks to interfere with your enjoyment of companionship. It's a good time of the lunar month for giving close relationships special attention. Mercury will turn retrograde early tomorrow, which is a signal from the cosmos to be a little more mindful when expressing yourself, signing important documents, or coming to binding agreements. You may be less decisive during this cycle that lasts until May 30 RD, or you're dealing with information clogs. The shift now tends to magnify problems, but as the cycle settles in, you're in a good position to look to past projects or relationships for inspiration. Making edits and refinements can be valuable. Aim to take your time coming to conclusions. This period can be a chance to catch up in other areas of life and rethink matters. Something on your mind? When taking today's astro weather into consideration, you could be feeling a strong and magnetic pull towards a significant other, but you're also feeling inhibited in the process. For instance, with today's flamboyant Capricorn moon hovering over your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, you're not only more emotionally expressive than usual but also experiencing joy in a particular connection. Having said that, Luna's opposition to Saturn in your sign is where things get tricky, as you are likely being hard on yourself or perhaps even a bit self-critical. Take a moment to reflect. Yesterday's first quarter moon blazed in Capricorn, which gave you the confidence to take the lead in your working relationships and professional commitments. The fiery energy calms down as the moon leaves Capricorn for Virgo today. Although the moon in Virgo is calm, cool, and collected, which helps you focus your attention on your financial conquests. You should use the detail-focused lunar energy to go over the terms and agreements in your financial partnerships. It could be time to review a loan, an investment, or even a potential financial move with your current assets. All things financial go well today. Any purchases or sales you've been contemplating should be carried out today because circumstances won't be as favorable for a long time to come. In addition, you're likely to receive some good news concerning a pet project of yours. It looks as though you've attracted the interest of some investors. The question that remains, however, is whether you're prepared to give up some of your equity. Personal relationships don't always run according to plan. Turbulent situations crop up again and again, requiring all your energy. Smaller arguments and conflicts seem to be pre-programmed. Keep calm and deal with this turmoil in a relaxed fashion. If you jump now, you can try to shape it, otherwise, you'll just have to deal with whatever happens when the time comes. It's time for a big change. If you feel your romantic life needs re-evaluating, make an assessment of your personal life and understand what is positive, unique, and desirable about you, also what you want and why from a relationship. In this way you can create a sure and positive impression when you first meet others that they can respect. You may find that it is hard to connect with your emotions today. It could be that you are finding it difficult to find a bit of quiet time when you can really sit down with yourself and listen to your inner voice. There are distractions all around which are pulling you in many different directions. Keep in mind that these forces aren't necessarily acting in your best interest. The air is rather philosophic and comprehensive today, so you should try to bring your ideas on natural authority, sense of duty and responsibility out into the open. But to do this, you will definitely have to limit your aggression towards others. The hour of conciliation has come. If it hasn't, breakups with one or more people who are close to you will be in the air. Be diplomatic. Having the moon in a nostalgic and reflective but also intuitive and imaginative part of your chart during the sun's last full day in your home and family sector has seen the urgency drop back as your confidence increases. It is a friendly aspect between the sun and moon that puts them in harmony today while also making it easier to relax and harder to sweat the small stuff. This is making things close to home or just anything that is routine therapeutic, helping to ease body, mind and soul. Ahead of the sun's return to your romantic sector tomorrow, Mercury is making the most of his last full day here on his own and in retrograde motion, a chance to focus exclusively on the past. With the Sun and Mercury due to spend the weekend aligned, this will bring the past, present and future together as the solar spotlight shifts onto matters of the heart. Today there is a chance to first fully embrace a sense of romantic nostalgia. Our eyes in the sky. Venus and Mars are aligned in Aquarius, giving us a chance to understand the way we partner and express our innermost sentiments to others. This connection offers us the romantic world if we choose to take it. Rather than make a major declaration of love, the Aquarius energy makes us take a step back and understand our feelings at a deeper level. Perspective is everything here, so you'd better be clear about what you feel when you feel it, because the next few weeks are going to be all-encompassing when it comes to romance. These two planets share a minor aspect with expansive Jupiter, which might accelerate all possibilities and make us feel as though the world is ours to conquer. Slow your roll before making any moves. You don't have to win a race. Love is about building connections and knowing the person on a soul level. Also, Mercury and the nodes of destiny square off, which can give you a push to spread your wings and fly, but only if you are on the right track and prepared to do so. You'll have warm feelings for the people you keep close, and you can enhance your connections today. You'll be feeling sociable, and communication will be very open. Being this in touch with how you feel while also being able to convey it exactly the way you like is a blessing. However, this comes with the countering energy of the Moon-Neptune square, making things seem slightly less real. Misperception is very likely at this time, so be careful not to react too seriously to anything, and be aware that you might be more sensitive than usual. The best thing would be to put your energy into creative outlets or some other method of escaping reality. You're sure to at least be resourceful enough to come up with some problem-solving ideas. Time limitations could give you a reality check, but you could be too motivated by possible success to think much about it. At midnight, the moon enters Cancer, ending its void of course which began last night. Over the next 2 days, the moon transits the sign of its exaltation, amplifying feelings of peace, harmony, and accord. Engage in activities that stimulate your senses and allow you to commune with nature. At this time, comfort takes primacy, which means we may be more stubborn or sluggish in our movements as we linger in each moment, stopping often to smell the roses. Shortly after the moon enters Cancer, it squares Mars and Venus, stimulating our desire complexes in potentially frustrating ways. The heart wants what the heart wants, and it might now seem that what our heart wants has been denied to us. Perhaps this is a matter of unrequited feelings. Perhaps our needs have failed to be met. Perhaps we are simply uncomfortable airing romantic or gushy sentiments. We would love for things to be simple, but the extent of a circumstance's complexity makes for moodiness. We may also act a bit desperate, convinced that hearts can be changed if we simply dig in our heels and refuse to acknowledge another's interest or lack thereof. We must determine whether we are potentially hurting ourselves in our unwillingness to accept anything other than a simple answer.